What's up guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to show you guys how to make some easy and affordable fidget spinners. These are taking over the world, and if you haven't gotten your hands on these, I'm going to show you how to make them right at home. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure to subscribe for future videos, and let's jump right in. So the first fidget spinner DIY that I want to show you is actually my favorite, and this is actually using a glue gun. So I'm starting off by making an actual mold, and I'm using amazing mold putty, and I'm taking even amounts of each one, mixing that together, and that's gonna be my putty to make a mold out of this. So I'm actually using a fidget spinner for this, and I know what you're thinking. Why the heck would you have a fidget spinner lying around if you're trying to DIY one to begin with? So I'm assuming you don't have one. I will leave some stencils linked below in my description box that I actually used later on in the video, and they worked great. So now that my putty has cured, I'm taking that out, and I'm going to cut these little things off just because I want a flat surface to work with, and I'm also using bearings for this one. I just sat one right in the middle and worked around it. I'm taking a glue gun and I'm just putting glue everywhere, and that's literally it, guys. That's it. Just filling your mold, and then you're going to let it dry for about 10 minutes and you should have a fidget spinner. If you've ever used a glue gun, then you know that hot glue cools down super fast, so this literally took like 2 minutes. Like, this entire fidget spinner was so fast to make. The last two steps for this fidget spinner are optional. I didn't like how it had that little messy look on the side, so I just went in with a glue gun and I just softened out the sides. I just smoothed everything out just to give it a cleaner look. The very last thing I did was I added some elevation to it just so I could hold it better, because my nails really do get in the way. If you have nails and you play with fidget spinners, you know what I'm talking about. So I found these tiny little pom-poms that actually fit perfectly in there without really messing up any of the motion or anything. So I just stuck them in there, and that's it. I am completely in love with this one. It was the easiest, the fastest, and I love how it spins. It's also bendy because it's rubber. I don't know if that's cool or not, but I thought it was cool because it bends, and it's just the coolest thing ever. So this next one is a weird one, but I thought it would be pretty cool to do crayons with it. So I basically just took one of the bearings and I just stuck crayons on top of it, around it. The reason that I decided I wanted to do crayons as weights is because if you spin it fast enough, it does a rainbow effect and it looks amazing. So I just took crayons and I cut to the second little line, if that makes sense. You know, like where the lines are, the little black lines, whatever. I cut them all evenly to that size and I just stuck them around. I used 5 and basically made a star out of it, but you do want to make sure that you have even spaces around, and that's literally it. This legit took like 1 minute to make. It was super easy, and I love the rainbow effect. Last but not least, I gotta say this is actually one of my favorite ones too. I feel like they're all my favorites. I really liked how they all came out. This is without bearings. For this one, I am using a stencil, and I will leave the stencils linked down below in my description box. And it does have a variety of stencils, not just this one. So basically what I did, I just placed this over cardboard, outlined it, and then cut it out. The next thing I did is I took a toothpick and I just stabbed it through the middle, or pierced it, whatever. The toothpick is going to be tight, and you actually do not want it to be tight. You want it to be a little loose. And also when you first pierce it, you're going to notice that it kind of pops up on the other side, and you're just going to go back and forth and make sure that nothing is popping up. Just keep popping it back in. It has to be a flat surface, so make sure it's a flat surface and make sure it is a little bit loose just so it can be able to flip to spin, I'm sorry. I'm also cutting out 2 circles. You do not need to use the bearings as stencils. You can just use like a penny or something. I'm just going to mark the center because you want to make sure that you pierce them right in the middle. I'm going to try to explain this to the best of my ability, so if I'm talking too much, I'm so sorry. I just feel like these tutorials can be a little bit confusing, so I'm taking a little circle, I'm piercing it through the top, and I'm going to bring them together. You want to make sure that there's a little bit of space in between the cardboard and the paper, but not completely together. There has to be a tad bit space in between for this to work. We're going to do the same to the other side, bring it down and bring them together, but make sure there's a tad bit space in between. This is so that it could spin freely. Once I got them in place, I'm gonna glue this with crazy glue. I'm just gonna glue the toothpick to the yellow piece of paper. We're not gluing everything together shut, we're just gluing the toothpick to the yellow little circles. Then we're just snipping off the rest of the toothpick, and we're gonna add something on top. We're gonna add a little piece of paper right on top of that, just because the toothpick is gonna be in the way and you want it a little bit elevated. Now I'm giving it a little test and it does spin, but it's not quite done. I'm gonna add some pennies on the sides just to give it some weight. And you're gonna notice that the weights really do make a difference. It makes it spin longer and faster and cooler, whatever. But I'm not done yet because I don't want to leave it messy on the sides. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue a fuzzy tube on the side. You can also do like ribbon or whatever, and that's basically it. And there's my fidget spinner. That's it, y'all. And it flips amazing. Why do I keep saying flips? It spins amazing, and I'm so in love with all these. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to click that like button. Comment down below your video suggestions. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!